G'day guys, Optimic Prime here. Very awesome review for you today. We have Transformers Dark of the Moon MUDFLAP, Autobot MUDFLAP. He's one of the twins that, was the ice cream truck and then it broke in half and became these guys. He's a mech tech weapon and he's actually this I really like the orange and black vehicle mode. I'm loving this, to be honest. Looks like a little Suzuki Swift, but it's something else. It's a, what is it? Chevy Spark concept mode. Oh, I don't think we have Chevy Sparks in Australia. So it might be the equivalent to a Astra or something like that. Alright, let's have a quick look at the box and take it from there. MUDFLAP got his picture there, looking very goofball-ish. Autobot, symbol, Hasbro. There's the bio on the back. This is where you would pause it if you want to read it, because I don't read bios. We have his mech tech weapon, blaster converts to Cybertronian battle axe. Sounding awesome. And there's the usual mumbo jumbo down the bottom, hub. Apparently that's like an American TV thing. We don't have that here. So, that's what you get when you order stuff from America. You get the American versions. Okay, and there's his stats. Here's where you'd pause it. Courage 9. A very courageous critter there. But he's rank 2, so he's a nothing and very not skilled at anything. But courageous nonetheless. That's it. Alright, let's rip him out of the box and see how we go. Inside the box came with the obvious instructions. Always very helpful. And it also came with this. It's like a mech tech guide. It's got, let me get this open, Bumblebee up there. That's the one I've actually used his weapon off for demonstration. Most of the different weapons you can get there. Create new weapons, mech tech, with mech tech combinations. And we got Optimus Prime, Autobot Commander, Voyager class up there with his weapon, as well as Voyager class Ironhide up there, the brother of Cannon Force Ironhide, who I just did a review on, and mech tech weapons attached to both vehicle and robot modes. And there's Optimus Prime with Ironhide's weapon. So there's a cool little thing, and it's got most of the characters on there. Got that one, 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 don't have that one, got that one, got that one, don't have that one, don't have that one. But yeah, that's it for that. Okay, and here he is out of the box, looking epic. I must be honest with you, I like this figure. He's very small, but it looks good. It looks realistic. It feels sturdy. Like a kid could quite easily play with this. No dramas, everything awesome. I'm loving this paint job, the racing stripes, the orange and black. Not loving the wheels at the front. Can go in and out quite easily, and if you're not paying attention, if you're trying to pose him as vehicle mode or something like that, the wheel can sort of tip over. Looks like it's broken straight away, but it's not. It's okay. It's got 2 mech tech ports on the top here. You would have to put this, if you're going to put one of them, it doesn't really matter, but if you're going to put 2 weapons on his roof here, you have to put this one on this side because it swings out that side. Here we have Bumblebee's blaster, and put that on that side. So you can have one on that side, and one on that side. I love the novelty of these mech tech weapons, but to have the 2 guns on the roof like that, the guns are almost the same size as the vehicle. So it kind of ruins it for me. These are meant to be robots in disguise, not robots in disguise with giant alien weaponry strapped to the roof. Here is Hotshot, Deluxe Hotshot in vehicle mode. Scale for proportion, I think they're relatively close. I also noticed straight out of the box, his roof isn't 100% lined up. So the doors and roof, I can push it in and it closes up, but then it springs back out again. There's no push pins, no locking tabs down the side, down the roof there. It locks in at the back and it locks in at the door anchor here, but I can't get that to close. It just doesn't want to close for me. And it's quite a bit of a dirty gap there. So this side's not too bad, but that side, don't like it. The kibble underneath, in my opinion, isn't bad. It's not like there's not much of it. A lot of it's hidden away. You can't see the little orange bits on the side there, and 2 little orange bits on the side there. But it's not bad. I mean, you don't sort of pose your transformers like that, so you just stare at them from underneath. That's silly. But there you can't tell anything. There you can just see a bit of orange underneath. From the back, no, can't see anything. Kibble, in my opinion, is not the worst thing about this transformer. It's the fact that I couldn't get the door and roof to close properly. Alright, let's get him transformed and see what he looks like in robot mode. Okay, and with the power of video editing, Shazam, there we have him in robot form. I like this guy. I reckon he's pretty awesome. He is very small little character, even for a deluxe class. He's Deluxe Class Hotshot, and I actually have to put him right up there to get his head into the frame. And I have to put this guy right next to him, and see there's quite a bit of height difference there. Not too much, but enough. Whoops. But enough to see that this guy is quite small. He's got a little bit of a backpack on him. I mean, it is quite monstrous, but it's not too bad, I'd say. I mean, most of it's just the wings. Most of it's just the wings sticking out, and that's about it. Like, if you're going to complain about his backpack, you're going to have to complain about his big fat gut as well. But I'm pretty sure he's meant to be like the little fat one of the group. Okay, the MechTech ports I've found on him so far is one underneath this arm. So I guess you can have the gun underneath. One on top of this forearm, and one underneath this forearm as well. Here's his MechTech weapon, which it says converts from blaster to battle axe, but it doesn't convert. It just changes for a second, and then as soon as you let go of the button, it goes back in. I would have preferred it if it could stay out. So you can have it in battle axe or you can have it in blaster. It's like a choice. But meh, I'm not going to complain about that too much. It shoots out pretty easily. Feels like it could go all day without breaking. And being a MechTech, you can mount it on top of other weapons. So there is Ironhide's revolving cannon thing, and we can shove that up there in MechTech port on his arm, and then he becomes extremely heavy on that side and wants to tip over. But I'm sure you can figure out some sort of pose where he stands up. A bit of blue tack might hold him there. Now it looks like he can hold his guns in both hands. However, this one's quite loose. This one's better for that. It's still a bit, oh no, it's actually still loose as well. But anyway, you can hold it in his hands, but I think I prefer the MechTech port on the back of his arm. Looks better. Articulation will be the head moves quite far around yet. We'll do a 360. It goes forwards and backwards on a pivot as well as a small ball joint. That's pretty cool, so you can have him looking around everywhere. You can have his head spinning around backwards if you really must. That's pretty awesome. We have a swivel on the shoulder there with a, it's like a ratchet shoulder. Unfortunately, it's not a continuous ratchet, it's either out or in. You can get it to stay halfway, but you bump it and it flips out all the way. It's like a pin pivot thing. It's quite weird. Okay, swivel just below the shoulder, and then the pivot, it's got a double pivoting elbow with no wrist movement. So all the wrist articulation is done by this swivel up the top here. It's the same with that arm. The only difference is he's got a much bigger hand on this arm. No waist swivel. Pretty restricted ball joint on the hip there. It's already hitting on the wheel there. You can see it turns the wheel a little bit as I go back and forth. It's got a swivel there, just below the hip. Whoops. A double jointed knee, and something I was going to bring up soon, but I'll bring it up now. This piece, the bonnet windscreen piece, keeps falling off everywhere. As soon as you touch it slightly too hard, it falls off. I did notice when I was transforming it, it fell off quite frequently, so I had a closer look, and on this pin here, just this little daggy pin there was like an extra piece of plastic, like a rolled over little piece of plastic, and that was making it fall out of the hole very easily. Now it still falls out of the hole, but not as much. Still, it holds in there. It's alright. Alright, back to the double jointed knee with some toe pivot, and that's about it. You can be quite hard to stand up because the wheels touch at the back. He wants to keep rolling on the wheels like that. I guess it can be fun for play. You can do the rah sort of thing, but otherwise it's just more annoying than anything. The feet getting in the wheels on the feet just sort of hold him up and get him. See, it just keeps falling over. I don't think it's from the heavy backpack at all, but I just think it's the wheels, because he basically stands on the wheels. Not exactly loving this robot mode. It's a bit meh. I do like it, but I don't love it. It's just very difficult to love considering he's fat. He's got a bit of a backpack. It's not a massive backpack, but it is. Giant hollow bit in the middle here, and just overall doesn't really want to stand up. As for vehicle mode, I really do like it. It looks cool in vehicle mode. It's stylish. It looks like the vehicle it's supposed to look like. But hey, you guys be the judge. You guys let me know which one you prefer, vehicle or robot mode. Hopefully I can get skids in the next couple of weeks or so, and you'll see this guy again in the skids video just for sort of comparison. Alright, thanks guys. Optimic Prime signing out. Cheers.